London, a cosmopolitan city, at the heart of the global economy. 1 in every 3 Londoners were born abroad. There are 2.5 million foreigners living in London. 4 in 10 of migrants are neither British or from the EU countries. Every year, families and individuals come to live in London for work, study or non-violent life. Is London a land of opportunity, or is it just a labour market? Can hard work lead you to a better life?
Hi, my name is Ali Negashian. I'm a dentist. I'm an Iranian. I graduated in 1997 in Iran. I moved to London in 2005 and I've been working as a dentist here ever since.
Well, my name is Sophia Williams, and I came to Britain 10 years ago. Well, I came to London because I was married to a British national.
Well, the main reason that I moved to UK was that I wasn't quite happy with the life I had in Iran. It wasn't just because of the financial aspects, which wasn't that bad. It was because of the social and mostly because of actually social reasons, because the society we were living at the time, it wasn't quite what I had in my mind when I was actually studying.
I'm a journalist student, and I am a bit disappointed by the fact that where jobs that would be available to me in terms of presentation and working in radio, or be a present or being, working, like, for example, BBC, it would be close to me because of my accent.
In Iranian schools, you have to learn to speak English as part of the national curriculum. But I couldn't speak English very well up to the time I decided to come to the UK. I had to pass some exams in order to work as a dentist here.
Well, I don't think that I've learned to adapt to the culture at this point after 10 years. And I'm not sure if I ever will. And when I came here, I had a strong command of the English language to begin with, but a different accent, so to speak.
Because of the job I have, obviously people somehow expect from you to speak formal, so it wasn't that bad. But I couldn't understand the way that people were talking in first, because it was there were some slangs, some words that I wasn't quite used to, but and that was a little bit of difficulty initially, but I got used to it gradually.
The expectation of Britain as a Jamaican was that this was a country where it's liberal and there wouldn't be any discriminations, and I'd be free to be who I want to be. Those expectations are yet to be met.
I was living for a short period of time in Bristol, and it was, although it's a relatively big city, I think it's the 5th biggest city in the UK. Social life is so limited because it's everything is shut down practically after 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and then it was a little bit depressing for us because living in Tehran, which is a very big city, we used to go partying even after, I don't know, 9 o'clock in the evening. So, but ever since I moved to London, things have changed. I mean, it's a 24/7 city, so whenever you decide to do something in London, you can go and do it. There are many places to visit for all sort of tastes. So that's the thing that I like about London most. And then it's a cosmopolitan city, so there are different sort of cultures, different people from different backgrounds living in it.
In the one hand, it is good, and in the next, it's not so good. But the good side is about 20%, and I still think that the British culture, for a country that relies so heavily on immigrants, to learn as well to adapt adapt to immigration in itself. I find that when you come here, you have to really start over again. Most foreign qualifications are not acceptable here, and I had to relearn everything that I had to learn. In terms of jobs, I don't know if it's because of my country or cultural background. I was I was I, I was required to learn learn to be able to work in Europe. I have to do charity work in order to gain experience, as well as the fact that I have dreadlock here. There is certain jobs that was close to me.
Well, there's nothing in particular that I don't like about London. Uh, it's something that's about all big cities, obviously. I mean, the distances is sometimes difficult to get from home to work, although I've been lucky enough that I've always worked close to home, but it's sometimes a bit of difficulties, a bit of traffic. Sometimes you get stuck in the tubes, and that's about it, really.
Some of the problems and issues that I experience living here is racism, bullying, a bigoted idea that people who come here should adapt to the British culture and not meeting in the middle, so to speak, considering that so much immigrants live in this country, especially London. And I think it's unfair to think that you're taking in people in this country and they should adapt to the British country, which is which is diverse, instead of the British people meeting us halfway and trying to understand the different cultures that they live among. There is no community in London. That's a wrong word to use. London is not a community. Yes, they do have job agencies that teach you how to make a CV and teach you interview techniques. But if you were to say a community, that's wrong. I had to find these places in order to train, but I couldn't have asked my neighbor, in terms of that, because there's no neighbors, so to speak. Neighbors don't speak to you.
Coming to the UK and starting a new living as a foreigner, it's a lot easier than, for instance, in my country, because I mean, I've come here, although I was a dentist already, but I've been working here only for 5-6 years. I've managed to buy a home, I've started my practice, I have a car, so and all of this happened in 5-6 years. And from the very first day, I actually worked hard, but there was this opportunity for me to work hard here. So there was this time given to me. But when I think that if somebody else in my situation was doing exactly the same thing and coming to a country like Iran, I don't really think that one in a million year he or she could have the same sort of opportunity and get himself or herself to the same place after 4 to 5 years. It's not as easy as your country, obviously, because it is not your country. At the end of the day, you're a foreigner here, and you don't feel yourself belonging to here, but I'm quite comfortable living here, and I'm quite happy about the decision I made.
I am definitely not happy in London. To say that I'll be happy elsewhere would be, very untrue, since I have no experience of living outside London. And that being said, that would mean that I have one of two things to do. Either I learn of other places that would be more accepting to, a community-like environment, or I leave the country. I don't like living in the UK. It might be an unfair statement, considering that I've only ever experienced London in itself. It has been very difficult, and that's my personal experience of here. And I try as a future journalist to change that, but I can't see that happening in the near future.
So therefore, the question we ask ourselves is that if the industry is really fair and real hard work and dedication lead you to a better life, overall it comes down to the individual and how he or she sees life and what they expect from it. Hard work and dedication will be the key to success.